Hello everybody, welcome back to Paper Mario. In this part we'll be starting on Chapter 1. Now unfortunately I decided to play ahead a little bit and I ended up accidentally saving. So there's going to be a few things that are already... There's already a few things that have been skipped over. So I apologize for that. But don't worry, you're not going to be missing too much. Also, between the last video and this one, I have my controls organized again, so they should be more comfortable. Can't remember what was in there. Oop. I think in there might have been a sleepy sheep, if I'm not mistaken. Just someone correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember the badge off the top of my head, but let me see if I could find it in here. Oh yeah, it was the dizzy attack, that's what it was. And then in here I think you get a fright jar. I think. Oh jeez, I'm not paying attention. Screw this. See, normally when you come here you would have to hit this tree and then a button would drop and then this would open up the bridge. And if you hit this, a spike Goomba will come after you. I'm not gonna let him attack that. Might as well. Back here. I believe there was an item under that one too. And there's something a little interesting. Convenient if you're low on health. And then back here would be a honey syrup hiding behind. Now, we would be heading this way, but we have to go down this way first. And when you break these 3 blocks right here, the badge one will spawn, When you hit it, you'll get the attack FXB, I believe. And all that does is just change the sound effects of your attacks. Doesn't cost any badge points, but it's up to you if you like it or not. And like I said earlier, I did accidentally save, so there's a few things already done. I already got most of the Koopas saved, but that's completely up to you if you want to do that. Because in the end, they all get their shells back anyway. The one that really matters is just to go into this house. Here we meet Cooper. And trust me, we'll be able to get that badge really soon. All you have to do is just pay attention to where he's going. There really isn't too much thought into it. But he will speed up the more you get correct. Just pay attention for that. There we go. Maybe. So we got Cooper's shell back. And here he is, ready to take a stand. So now we get Cooper as a companion, and I would definitely say he has more uses compared to Gumbario. And I'll show you one thing you can do right now. I'm gonna save that power block for later. Oop. That still worked anyway. Yep. If they successfully hit you, they will steal your health. So just look out for that. And that deals with the fuzzies. So now we can get out of here. And we can collect this badge here. To do that, all you have to do is press down on the C stick. Not really much of a stick, it's more like a D-pad, but I think you get the point. It's whatever you have your control binding set up to. Yeah. While the fuzzies are invading, there would be a shell up here normally, but now we can collect it as a star piece. Before we leave, let's talk about Koopa Coop. He has a bunch of favors for us to do. And the further you get into the game, the more favors he'll unlock for us. But right now, all we have to do is come over here and get Colorado's book. If I remembered right, I think there's 3 favors you can do as soon as you get Cooper. And then there's 3 more, and you unlock 3 more every time you complete a chapter. If I remembered right. For the most part, his favors aren't really worth it, but there are a couple that do give some pretty nice rewards. Like this first one, you might think this is not really worth your time because it's only a coin. But trust me, there's going to be much better ones coming up. That's why you should always hang on to your sleepy sheep for this. Alright, I'll explain the silver credit later. Because right now we don't have access to that area. So when we get access to it, of course, I'll go in more detail about what that it's for. But until then, let's save our game. Let me see what we got here. Here's the Koopa store. It has a lot of basic items, but it actually does sell Voltrooms, which is pretty interesting. Dizzy Dials, which has a chance to make your opponent dizzy. POW blocks, this is going to be really useful. So I'm going to actually buy another one. And I think that'll do it for now. Let's go to the Toad House. So now we're fully caught up, so everything new coming up will be new for my save at least, so that should probably be a better sign. So now with actually, before we head this way, there is one thing I need to show. Now that we have Cooper. You come down here and use his ability, and we get a star piece. Now let's head this way. Alright, so there's 5 coins here obviously, but as soon as you get near them, this happens. Knock that off. Oh, I'm out of it. I don't need this. So this is why you need Cooper from this point on. So you have to use him to hit the button, and then the bridge forms. If you saw earlier what I picked up, that was a Thunder Rage? Thunderbolt, my bad. As you saw there was a hidden fire flower. I'm not a big fan of fright jars. So as we get closer... Ooh. Let's just get rid of those spike Goombas real quick. Yeah, I could probably waste a little bit of FP for now because we're close to a level up. So yeah, hit this tree and a start piece falls. Watch out because there's a... There we go. Personally, they are kind of annoying to deal with. Or bucks anyway. And we have arrived to the Koopa Bros fortress. Let's save our game. Then we can walk to the door to realize that the Black Ninja Koopa comes out and realizes we're finally here. Just make sure there's nothing here. Let's head inside. Alright, so in order to get through this door, we're gonna have to fight this Koopa Troopa. Yeah, you want to be careful when you're fighting these bombs, because any hit on them will activate their other method of attacking, which pretty sure you would guess by now is exploding. Also useful to have Kooper, because he can't get hurt by the explosion. Alright, so this one drops the key, and we use the key at this door, and now we can go through here. Meh. Alright, so we have two of them. Get rid of one. This is also why you shouldn't be triggering all of them at once. I guess that was my bad for not getting the action command. But... okay, I didn't even see that. Could be worse. Well, hit me. I'll level up anyway. I think this time I'm gonna take HP. We can head through this door. There's the green Ninja Koopa as he locks the gate. Not really sure why it does that. Hang on, wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh! Oh, that little bastard. Get rid of this thing. Oops. Well, that's not working, at least. We'll be able to come back later for that key. This door does require a key too. Actually, wait a minute, let's go back. Now, which door was it again? No. Now, because we're gonna have to come back for those keys. Let's knock him down. Let's see what we got here. I think this is a good time to use this. Let's get rid of the bombs at least. So that drops the button. That's what happens. So when you press the button, the staircase will lower. This is where we get our key for that door. We'll come back through there later. Yep, we're gonna have to fight our way up. At least get him off his wings. Yikes. My reaction time is not that great today. Oh well. Alright. Oh yikes. Let's get him on the ground at least. Knock you down too. We played safe this time. That takes care of two of them. Now we got one more group. Actually, what I should have done there is just disable the other one. Oh well, we're going back now. Blocked anyway, so it's not a big deal. Oops. So now we can finally get out of here. I'll show you this. All those nice coins you get. there's her key. So now we can get out of here. I'm heading back upstairs. I mean, us, the player, knows that's a trap. But we'll show something anyway. Just come out to this door, there's a save block as shown right there. There's a crack on the wall there. We get a certain companion. Actually, it's kind of obvious at this point. Let's see if there's anything we can do in this room first. Ooh. A little bit of an ambush there. Get rid of that one. Any hit will instantly blow him up, so it doesn't matter what you throw at him. Alright, so we do need a key, but at least I got rid of that Koopa. So in order to continue through here, you do have to hit this. Obviously, we know that was a trap. So now here's Bombette. Bombette is actually a really useful companion to have, especially once you start upgrading your companions, which we'll get into once we get to a certain block we'll find around chapter 2. But for right now, her secondary attack is going to be our strongest. And that's her out of combat ability. All you have to do is press down on the C stick like every other person does. If you press it down again, you'll make her instantly explode. So, and here we go to stop the rebellion. I might as well just show this real quickly. So bomb, unlike most other abilities, you would actually have to rapidly press the A button for it to be more powerful. But I guess it's a disadvantage of using a keyboard. But it still defeated him anyway. Without any upgrades, it does cap out at 5, so that's pretty nice. Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't be doing that. Let's go this way first. Never hurts to have more coins. So now that we have Bombat, let's backtrack a little bit. Not this way. Go back up here real quick. If I remembered right, there was a cracked wall right here. Yep. And now here, we find a badge. A refund badge. Basically what this does is every time you use an item, it's going to give you back a certain amount of the coins, which is the value of the item. Pretty nice if you're penny pinching. Other than that, that's all it does. Now we have Bombat. We can get this key. You can also get this badge. Here we got the Power Bounce badge. And basically, this badge allows you to continuously jump on an enemy until you miss your action command. So, especially enemies with low defense or the Koopa Troopas, once you knock them off, it will definitely mess them up. So now that we have our key, we can finally head back upstairs. Go through these doors here. Hopefully that paratroopa's gone. Really not a big fan of those things. Fighting him at least. Alright, so for this puzzle, wrong button, we're gonna need Cooper. Nothing really too advanced. Just come across here. Just make sure you're not sitting on any of the moving platforms. I think there's something on my foot. No. Let's get rid of him real quick. Oh, there's a lot here. Let me at least knock them down first. Let me enrage one of these bombs. Now let's wipe the floor. Almost. And that clears that. There's probably a better strategy available. And he dropped the power block. Should have probably mentioned that too. What the heck? There we go. Hitting this switch will lower this staircase. which this staircase will then give us access to the other key that you saw earlier. First, we have to blow this one open. Then we can go through this door. Hit the switch and this nice little staircase here will lift up. Just make sure you're paying attention because there are 2 Koopa Troopas on there. And as soon as they fully run off, they will try to attack. So keep that in mind. If you touch them at any time, obviously they will start a fight. So we are starting to get near the end. But first, let's head up here first. And a bomb is blocking this badge. Try to bait it. Surprised I didn't initiate a fight. Alright, so once you go through here, we're actually on the outside. As soon as you step down to here, it'll trigger this. So now we have to worry about getting hit by bullet bills and the bullet bill cannons. Oop. Down here we have a maple syrup, which is basically a butter honey syrup. Honestly, I don't like these either. I know they have their uses, but I can't really get a good use out of it. But, you know, since I just cleared a spot, I'll take it back. Alright, so let's see if I remember the pattern here. Oop. Oh, this could be bad. I forget, do they have 2 or 3 health? So I'll find out. They have 2. They also do blow themselves up when they attack, so each fight's only going to be 1 round long. Ooh, that's not good. Now we have this nice little spot down here just for convenience. I'm gonna come back and use this again afterwards. Now, one thing that you should always try to do when you're about to do this . Look at that, we're already 1 cannon down. Hopefully I can get this fully filled up now. Wow, that was even worse than the first one. Never mind that. At least we're only down to 1 cannon. There we go. So that gets rid of them. These coins don't stay on the ground very long. Just heal up. Save our game again. And here comes the big boss fight. See, guys, we're already fighting the final boss. You see that menacing attack right there? Scary, huh? Also didn't know that Bowser rides on wheels. Looks like he was freshly stitched this morning. Actually, this is really convenient to use this. I'm actually kind of glad I picked it up. This thing only has 10 health, only deals 1 damage, does have 1 defense. So now we fight the Koopa Bros themselves. And if I remembered right, they start off with their attack. Now yep. This can deal a lot. As you saw right there. Now what you have to do to knock them off their stack. And now they're all knocked down. Let's get rid of you first. It's 1 down. Got a little trick up my sleeve. You know, I'm probably never going to use these again anyway. Let's get rid of the yellow one. And the black one. And now let's finish them. And that is the first boss. And I'm 1 point off from leveling up. This out of the way real quick. And here we have the first star spirit that we saved. And unfortunately, I cannot remember the names of any of these. So there's that going for us. And obviously right after this, we have our little Peach moments. Unlike the last, I think 2 times it was, this time we actually have to take control of Peach. There's a hidden button back here. And this will get rid of the fireplace. normally you're not going to be able to walk out that door because you'll be caught right away. Then you press this button. And then we walk over to this book here. Tisk tisk. Month star. I think I know who wrote it too. Cloudy then sunny. Keep reading. In fact, I'm so calm I'm going to bed. Uh-oh. These guards are stormtroopers compared to other ones. Their ability to look over is the same as them, as a stormtrooper trying to shoot at their target. So here's our first star spirit. Will then give us our first bar of star power. Now our star spirit powers are really convenient. We don't need to listen to this. With our first star spirit, our first ability that we get is a very basic one. It uses up 1 bar, and it will heal 5 hit points and 5 flower points. Nice if you're in a little bit of a pinch, but it does take some time for that bar to heal. Now, before I end this clip, let me at least get back to Toad Town first. First, let's go through this pipe. Come up here, and we find a chest that contains a flower point badge. And basically all that does is increases your flower points by 5. However, it does cost 3 badge points, so be a little careful on what you're trying to spend your points on. Oh, screw it, give me the points. Ooh, there's more than I thought here. Screw it. Not sure if my mouse is going to appear on the screen, but if it does, this right here, right below the hit points, is your star bar. I think this time I'm going to go with badge points. I'm starting to get some nice badges. Every turn that bar is going to slowly go back up. You could also do a focus, which greatly adds more to it, although, whoa, I should have not done that. With anything else? Nah. Those couple of coins I'm losing is worth it. And all but 2 of them I got back anyway. That guy's still there ambushing people. So now, since chapter 1 is completed, we have another set of Koopa Coots favors to do. think I'm going to do that in the next video. Because this video is already starting to drag on as it is. Let me just take this Koopa leaf. I'm going to show you this briefly in this video, but I'll probably do more in another video, maybe the next one. But for right now, I'm probably just going to make a few things. Anybody that's played this game probably knows where I'm going. Since chapter 1 is now completed. Just walk back here. Unfortunately, our walk back to Toad Town is not as smooth as you think it is. Because look who it is again. This little shrimp. Darn tootin'. Now this time, he thinks she's so cool that he hides in his egg. Never seen anything like that before. Well, I just jump on it. If I can get 100%. And this is why you should not be using a keyboard to play. Honestly, I should just plug in my controller, but maybe next time. There's a little bit of setting up to it, because I'm running a more recent version that I just downloaded the other day. My god, I cannot react that well right now. Let's see, can I actually do it correctly? There we go. Now we're just gonna dwindle his health down. You know what? I might as well show this. So this is the Star Spirit, the star ability that we have gotten from completing Chapter 1. Like I said, that's all it does, and it does drain the entire bar. But he's done anyway, so guess it didn't really matter I did that. You can actually still hit him too. That's the only thing you're gonna get out of him. And now we are back in Toad Town. But as soon as we get back, you know who has to show up. Basically, Twink is explaining that the next Star Spirit locked up is in Dry Desert. Or should I really say Dry Ruins? But first we have to obviously get access to it, which will be the next video. So like I said earlier, this video is really dragging on now. But before I do, actually you know what, I'll just save it now. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. You know, nah. I think I'll save it for the next one. Alright. So I think part 3 will be coming out either tomorrow or the next day. Whatever I got time for because of school. But for right now, I'm going to leave it off right here. Thank you everybody for watching. And enjoy the rest of your day.